What's up, Greg? It's me, Danny, back with another episode of I Talk About Something While You Stare at the Pimple on My Forehead. So this video today is going to be about Paul Zimmer. And if you don't know who Paul Zimmer is, congratulations, you've lived a great life until right now. Paul Zimmer is a Musical.ly star. He's the physical embodiment of this tweet that I tweeted at VidCon this year. More and more going to VidCon is just like you see all these kids that like look exactly the same and you're just like, what do you do? And you just find out that they're all Musical.ly stars. So that's basically what Paul Zimmer is. And I found Paul Zimmer's videos a while ago, and I at first just wrote him off as like he's the typical Musical.ly star who doesn't really have any like notable talents. He just got popular off of his weird thirst trap videos, and that's just all he does. But recently I found his Instagram and then his YouTube channel, and it got weirder. At first I just thought he was like this typical like fuckboy, but he's so much weirder than that. So today I just want to show you all of Paul Zimmer's weird stuff. So we're gonna start off with Musical.ly. This is Paul Zimmer's bread and butter, if you will, is his Musical.ly account. If you don't know what Musical.ly is, you know how people get mad when their favorite singers get caught lip-syncing at live concerts, lip-syncing their own songs. Musical.ly is like that, except people do it on purpose and get millions of followers. So on Musical.ly, Paul Zimmer has like two genres of videos. The first one are his thirst trap videos, where he like shows off his abs for his 12-year-old fans, and he like blows kisses at the camera and does this pose a lot. So as your first introduction to Paul Zimmer, let's watch one of his Musical.ly. So here is a Paul Zimmer Musical.ly.
And you just look so beautiful, just like you were an angel. Oh, turn the lights down low. Yeah.
Good, right? Great, here's another.
I wanna hear you sing it. But don't stress your mind. We coming home tonight.
Okay, so this is a good example of a Paul Zimmer Musical.ly because it's got him kind of just staring at the camera. The lighting is like super Instagram model lighting. One of the hallmarks of a Paul Zimmer Musical.ly is that his hashtags have absolutely nothing to do with the video. So his hashtags in this are hashtag Russia, hashtag Poland, hashtag France, hashtag Muser. And the caption is, I love you, heart. Check out my new picture on Instagram. So that's like a pretty typical Paul Zimmer Musical.ly. They get a little bit more creepy. Like, like this one where he shows off his abs and then just stares blankly into the camera. Oh my god. Okay, so watch this Musical.ly.
Then you smiled over your shoulder. For a minute I was stone cold sober. I pulled you closer to my chest. And you asked me to stay over. I said I already told you. I think that you should get some.
The caption of that Musical.ly is smile, and then a smile emoji, 2 hearts, Instagram, Paul Zimmer, hashtag Black History Month. That's his big Black History Month message.
Then you smiled over your shoulder. For a minute I was stone cold sober.
So yeah, Paul Zimmer makes these weird thirst trap videos, but Paul Zimmer has another genre of Musical.lys where he just does parkour at a playground. He just jumps off of things and spins around and in slow motion. A really weird 2 things to do. He's like thirst traps and then also like, I'm gonna cartwheel off a table, because that's quirky. Now I have to admit I was a little bit hesitant about making this video at first because I was like, okay, Paul Zimmer's obviously like this high school kid or maybe like, 14 or 15 years old. He's just having fun in a really weird way. And I don't want to make fun of kids. Like, what kind of person would I have to be to like, just constantly be profiting off of mocking kids? But then I found out he was 22, and I was like, oh, perfect. Talk about having a young face, am I right? This dude is old enough to have graduated college, and his career is flexing his abs for like 12-year-old girls. Now this isn't even the worst part. This isn't even really why I'm making the video. This is just an introduction to Paul Zimmer. So now you're probably thinking, well, so what? This guy makes bad Musical.lys. So does everybody else that makes Musical.lys. Show me something new, Danny. Also, you should start going to the gym, and those are both good points. So like most Musical.ly stars, Paul Zimmer has ventured to greater things. A lot of Musical.ly stars are releasing music, starring in TV shows. Paul Zimmer has moved on to more prestigious platforms as well, such as Instagram comedy videos. And boy, are they terrible. I've made videos about bad Instagram comedy videos before, but I don't think I've ever seen such a poor understanding of what it takes to even make like a joke. So this is Paul Zimmer's Instagram page. He has 1 million followers on Instagram, and most of his pictures are just him, you know, looking into the camera with that dead look that he always has. But occasionally, when the stars align, he posts an Instagram comedy video. And I'm gonna show you one of those now. Sorry, my vocal cords gave out at the thought of watching one. But let's watch this one. It's called When You Accidentally Fart in Public.
Yeah, no, for breakfast I just had some beans. Seriously?
That's the entire video. Yeah, that is the joke is when you fart in public, he's walking, he farts in public, and someone says, "Seriously?" And that's the punchline. That is the end of that joke. I just wonder if he thinks that that's funny, or if he's like, my fans are such idiots that they're going to think this is funny. Actually, I want to look at the comments on this video to see if people like actually did like it. I laughed so hard. At what, though? What did you laugh at? This is funny because some of his fans are actually acknowledging how bad this video is. I'm not gonna lie, I hated this. Here's another one of his Instagram videos. It's called How Girls Take Selfies versus Guys.
Ew, I look so ugly in these.
Perfect.
Okay, this one's actually very telling. I don't think that he meant it to come across this way, but this is like not really how girls take selfies versus boys take selfies. It's how everyone else takes selfies versus how Paul Zimmer takes selfies. Everybody else has to be like, "Ugh, God, I can't get a good selfie. I'll always be ugly." But Paul Zimmer's like, "Hey, perfect. Haha, I'm hot as shit." That's of course leaving out all of the weird sexist undertones of like, women have this unrealistic standard of beauty they have to live up to, but I can just snap a picture of myself and bada bing bada boom, I'm rich, bitch. But this next video, which is probably my favorite one of his, is even more telling, and I think you'll see why. It's called When Girls See a Hot Guy. Now, this is a video on his own Instagram page that he made and came up with the idea for, I can only assume.
Do you guys remember that one horror movie we were watching the other night?
Oh my god, yes, I remember.
Oh my god!
Yep, that's right, he was the hot guy. He made a video called When Girls See a Hot Guy, and he was the hot guy. He came up with that idea. When girls see a hot guy, oh, that relatable moment. Don't you hate it when you're just chilling on top of a parking garage and this swarm of girls just starts chasing you? Some classic relatable Instagram comedy. I mean, who doesn't love a good relatable joke? Like, what world does this guy live in? See, this is what I was talking about before. He's not like a typical douche. He's like, he actually lives in a different world or something. He's off in his own little world. And it's just kind of fun to just look at his life. But things get weirder. I found his YouTube account, and do you remember when I made that video about Tessa and what I like to call her boring vlogs? Boring vlogs. Paul Zimmer, I think, beats her in that category. I would describe Paul Zimmer's vlogs as life-changing in a bad way. My quality of life has significantly decreased since I discovered these videos earlier today. So let's go ahead and watch. Okay, this one's got a great clickbait title. It's called My Girlfriend Kissed Another Boy by Paul Zimmer.
Baby, you better not kiss him. I'm honestly gonna be mad if you kiss him.
So that was our little teaser for later in the video. You know how vlogs do that? They just give you the little teaser of the interesting part where he's just calmly telling his girlfriend, I'm gonna be really upset if you kiss that guy. I'm gonna be really upset if you kiss him.
Baby, you better not kiss him.
If that doesn't make you want to watch the video, then you're normal, actually. Then that's the correct response.
What is up, guys? It is Paul Zimmer back again with another new video, and I'm actually really sad. I'm really sad because yesterday was Christmas. I had an amazing Christmas, but it means that I have to wait a whole entire year for another Christmas.
I like how he's got this weird combination of like a little bit camera shy and nervous mixed with like trying to act like this like cool douchey guy. So he just comes off as like really confused. He's sort of like, haha guys, what's going on? I had a really great Christmas, but now I'm kind of sad.
But anyways, guys, go ahead and comment down below, how was your Christmas? Also, what did you guys get for Christmas? And actually, right now, guys, I want to show you a couple things that I got for Christmas. They're super, super fun to use, so yeah. For those of you guys who don't know, Jamie is obsessed with Disney, so I literally got her, bam, a bunch of Disney characters. They're super, super cool. Jamie wants me to show you how small they are. Look.
I'm already bored out of my mind. Boring vlogs. We're a minute into the vlog and I'm gonna tear my eyes out. He has no like camera presence. He has it's weird hearing his voice also because of all of his musicallys. He's completely silent. Also, he doesn't say anything in his Instagram videos either, which I just realized. He doesn't. Oh no, he does. In all 3 of the Instagram videos I showed you, he says one word and it's perfect, and he's describing himself.
Perfect.
It's just weird to hear him talk for such a long period of time in this video because I've never actually heard him speak before.
So Jamie got me this super, super dope keychain. I mean, necklace. It's because you've also given me a keychain that kind of looks like it. Today we're actually gonna go out and get a different
Chain.
Cannot think of what that is called. We're gonna get a different chain for the necklace today.
I'm struggling so hard to like grasp what his personality is. I don't know. Is he really just that dumb? He couldn't think of the word necklace and chain? I think he's just really camera shy and that's what it is. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's just nervous because he's not used to filming his life. But it's so weird.
Okay, for those of you guys who don't know, I am super obsessed with like little tabletop sports. So Jamie got me this sick bowling thing. Hold up, I'll show you guys. Okay, so I basically have it all set up, guys. So here we go. Literally, I just have to position this guy right here, and I just have to press this button. I really hope I get all the pins down. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey!
I think the weirdest thing about this video and all of Paul Zimmer's stuff is that Paul Zimmer seems to be entertained by the weirdest stuff. Actually, just anything. Anything is entertaining to Paul Zimmer. He's like, my girlfriend knows that I love small tabletop sports. Like he's a 60-year-old man. I feel like I'm bashing on this guy, and I'm not really trying to. At first when I saw his videos, I was like, alright, I don't like this guy, because he's just like, you know, lip syncing and pulling up his shirt. But now I'm just kind of like, there's like this childlike wonder about him that I just don't understand. I'm confused and intrigued and amazed. And I also don't like him. I'll be honest, he's pretty weird.
Okay guys, I gotta show you one of the funniest things ever. Here we go. It's a normal stuffed animal, right? Until...
What the fuck? He just described that stuffed animal that dances as the funniest thing ever. Like he's never seen a Christmas decoration that dances and plays music before? He's like, I'm telling you, he's so easily amused, it's so strange. Like, I would describe this as a boring vlog, but to him it's probably like, wow, I did so much today. I picked up my camera, and I walked around my house, and I showed everybody my Christmas presents. Man, I need to take it easy tomorrow because I did a lot today.
Baby, you better not kiss him. I'm honestly gonna be mad if you kiss him.
Okay, so now they're at the store trying to find a stuffed animal, and here is where the action happens, because you remember from the beginning of the video when he was like, don't kiss him, so now we get to finally figure out who she's gonna kiss.
Don't do it. You just kissed another boy.
It's Mickey Mouse.
True.
I guess I shouldn't be mad about that. He is just a stuffed animal.
All right, guys, Paul's gonna jump to down there.
Guys, because there's legit like no walkway to get
Oh my gosh, it smells so bad here though. Look.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck is going on? Okay, guys, Paul's gonna jump off this ledge. It's 1.5 feet high. Hopefully he doesn't break his legs, shatter his kneecaps.
Yeah. That was so smooth.
That was so smooth, dude. The way that you stepped off of that ledge. Honestly, it was pretty smooth.
Okay, what is up, guys? I am back home right now. I'm still a little bit upset with Jamie though because she kissed Mickey Mouse.
I'm still a little bit upset with Jamie. What if he's actually upset? Like he's like, you think that he's just playing this like bit, but he's like actually pissed at her. And when he turns off the camera, he like just goes in the other room and sits there, and Jamie's like, "What's wrong, babe?" And he's like, "Shut up! I told you not to kiss that mouse."
Jamie, you got one shot to get a strike. Hold on, let me get closer. Okay, and go for it. Go for it.
So now they're back home from a long day at the mall, and they're playing tabletop bowling again. Alright, well that's about the end of the video. There is a little bit more, but I think we get the gist of it. Paul Zimmer is a very weird boy. I would say Paul Zimmer is your not so typical fuckboy. He's got layers. You know, on the surface, he's this musically star who really, really wants you to see his stomach. But when you go deep down, he's actually has the spirit and wonder of a 4-year-old boy who thinks that jumping off of a 2-foot ledge is exciting. He loves little tabletop billiards and bowling. He thinks that a stuffed animal dancing is the shit. He also, you know, has this weird ego thing where he's like obsessed with looking at himself and thinks that he's perfect and hot and girls want to chase him, but I see more than that in Paul Zimmer. Okay guys, well that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much Tiana Robbins for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. If you want to get this Greg merch, by the way, it's at dannygonzalez.shop. Greg is the name of our family, our fan base here on YouTube, so all you have to do is subscribe and turn my notifications on. This is probably gonna be my last video of 2017, so I just wanted to say on the real, thank you guys for, you know, supporting me so much this year. This year I've gone from, I think, like 50,000 subscribers to 250,000 subscribers, which is insane. I can't wait for 2018. I've got lots more good stuff coming. I've got like 5 songs that I've made that I haven't released yet. I'm still working on, and more videos like this that you guys like. So thank you so much for watching. Stay Greg. I'll see you guys next year. Peace. What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great holiday season. I know I was, until I watched the new Home Alone movie. And I got sick, also. I think the movie might have given it to me, honestly. You know, guys, when you think about it, I guess it makes a lot of sense that they would make a new Home Alone movie, you know? Hollywood loves their sequels. Their sequels of sequels, and they've already made like 5 Home Alone movies, so why stop there? And sure, like, nobody has watched or even been interested in the last, like, 3, but all the more reason to make another one, you know? Sort of a comeback Home Alone movie this could be. I guess could have been, if it wasn't already out and wasn't already bad. It's a shame, man. I really liked the first 2 Home Alone movies, but then after that, nothing feels the same. And I don't know what it is about this one in particular, but watching this little kid beat the shit out of these burglars is just not as fun as it used to be. I guess I really am grown up. Oh, no, you know what it is, actually? It's not that I'm grown up. It's that instead of making the villains in this movie, like, cartoonishly evil burglars, they made them like a struggling middle-class family who are only breaking into this kid's house due to a misunderstanding. They're not evil, they're not trying to hurt anyone or kill anyone, they're just like a down-on-their-luck family, and this rich kid is just fucking him up at every turn, dude. This movie is insane. You know how a Home Alone movie goes. There's a kid, he gets left in his house by himself, there's robbers who try to break in, and the kid sets up a bunch of traps to try to hurt them and embarrass them, and that's exactly what happens in this movie. So you're probably wondering, who are these robbers, and why do they want to break into this kid's house so bad? So let me tell you. Pam and Jeff McKenzie are parents. They live in the same area as the main kid, Max, and the movie starts off with them having an open house. They're trying to sell their house because they're both down on their luck. One of them doesn't make very much money and the other has just lost his job. And so they're trying to sell their house to keep food on the table for their families. It's very sad. The movie sort of tries to make it into like a funny thing happening. There's like millennials that come to try to buy the house, wearing berets and scarves. You know how like millennials do. Always wearing berets and scarves, I am.
The schools here are amazing.
They are totally lit.
And there's a lot of scenes like this in the movie that seem like they're trying to get you to empathize with this couple. In this scene, they're just talking about how they can't afford to live in this house anymore, even though they love this house and they always thought that they'd be growing old together in the house. Unfortunately, it just won't be able to become a reality for them.
I always thought we'd get old and weird in this house, but we've done the math. We can't afford it on my salary alone.
Yeah, but I mean, I crushed my interview with IBM.
Crushed it. But that was 3 months ago.
It's very sad. And when I watched this, I didn't know that these two were going to be the ones who were gonna have all of the booby traps happen to them. And it's kind of crazy now watching it back, being like, holy shit, just about an hour and a half from now, these two are gonna be getting maimed by a rich child. How fucked up is that? So what's their motivation to rob this kid, you might ask? Well, it's sort of, I feel like everything in this movie is so long and convoluted to explain. Probably because they've done this same movie like 6 times now, and so they keep having to come up with like new, more obscure ways to explain everything, like how does the kid get left home alone, and why are burglars trying to get into his house. Basically, there's this doll that the Mackenzies own. They have a whole collection of these dolls that were like his grandma's or something, and they find out that one of them is worth like $200,000, which is enough money for them to like save their house and have enough time for the husband to find a new job, and they can even remodel the whole house. It's great. But during their open house, Max and his mom, who are rich, by the way, they live in a mansion, stop at their open house because Max has to pee.
Do the maths. 6 soda refills into one tiny 10-year-old's bladder does not go.
They sort of are using this less wealthy family's house as a public restroom of sorts. And the Mackenzies talk to Max about this doll, and that's actually how they learn how valuable the dolls are, is because Max's mom knows this information.
There was this elderly lady who bought one at a garage sale for about $10, and then it ended up going for about $5,000.
And then the doll goes missing.
That brat kid stole my doll.
And so the Mackenzies assume that Max stole the doll from them. So they are breaking into his house to try to get the doll back so that they can save their family. Which is not a decision that they take lightly, mind you. They're not like stoked to do this. They're like a normal family just like anybody else, but this is like the only thing they can do to try to keep their family afloat. They're actually like extremely nervous about doing this because they don't want to get caught and they don't want to hurt anybody. Little do they know they will get caught and they will get hurt. So yeah, in various ways, this movie goes out of its way to show you how nice of people the Mackenzies are, how much they don't want to break into this house, but how they're like left no other option. It's like, it's honestly, you gotta kind of respect it in a way. They're like, look how these people, they're so nice, they're so sweet, wouldn't hurt a fly, they just really want to keep their family well-fed and in a nice house. We're gonna fuck with them. We're gonna fuck with them hard, dude. This is like an evil Mr. Beast video. So at first, only Jeff is on board, but then this scene happens, and this is what finally gets Pam on board to help out with the robbery as well.
You gotta save our house. Seriously, Mom, will you just get the doll?
It's just entering, Pam. We have the key.
Pam, you have to call me. Hi,
Come
Gavin
and
Watts.
get me. No, Fräulein. No!
I will, you ugly little boy.
Weirdly inspirational music as this woman is having a full meltdown. She's like hallucinating. This is the moment she's realizing she has to do something that is like deeply against her morals just to put food on the table for her family. And the music is just kind of this like inspirational Christmas song. Does not seem like the right tone, but okay. So now you may be wondering, since I brought it up, how does Max... So now you may be wondering how Max gets left home alone. They've done this movie a million times. How can they possibly come up with new ways for a child to be left home alone from a family vacation? Well, the short answer is they basically just, everything is so confusing that they just leave him home. It's confusing for them and it's confusing for us as the audience. They're going on vacation to Japan with a bunch of extended family. So they've got a bunch of families staying at their house. It's very chaotic. It's very hectic. The whole beginning of the movie is just them like rapid fire introducing a bunch of characters that we literally never see again. In all this confusion, the families get split onto 2 different flights to go to Japan.
You have split our family onto 2 separate flights. Can you speak up, please? It's very loud in here.
And so they can't really keep track very well of who's on which flight. Now, as for how he actually gets left at home, Max is sort of a Scrooge of a child. While Max has like all of his cousins over playing, they're all running through the halls, playing video games, shooting Nerf guns at each other. Max, I guess, is like overwhelmed by all of this and goes to hide in his family's BMW. There's like a random car commercial at the beginning of the movie. He leaves the ruckus of his house on the holidays to go sit in the garage in his family's BMW and watch cartoons.
Mom? Dad?
Seems like a weird way to advertise BMWs, honestly. I'm not sure about that product placement. BMW. for rich recluses who hate their families. Get left home alone while your family goes to Japan because you were watching Looney Tunes in your car. BMW. This kid is a weird one, man. He's like 80 years old or something. He lives in a huge ass house. He's got a bunch of cousins. He's got a million toys, probably. Seems pretty fun to me. But instead he's like, get all this fun out of my house! I hate Christmas. I'm gonna go hide in my luxury car and pass out for 12 hours. There are a lot of choices in this movie that make very little sense, and I'm still trying to figure out why they would do these things. This movie looks like weirdly cheap while also having a ton of big celebrities in it. People even I was surprised to see, even after watching a trailer, like Kenan Thompson, Pete Holmes, Ellie Kemper. They have like a ton of big names in this movie, and some of them with like really weirdly small, insignificant parts. Chris Parnell, for example, plays Uncle Stu in this movie, who we see once at the beginning, and then for the rest of the movie, he's shitting.
Did Carol leave?
Travel safe.
What's going on?
He's shitting even before we see him too.
I told you to use the restroom in the coffee shop, darling.
After Uncle Stu had been in there? Really? Did you see how many deviled eggs he had for lunch?
And then for the rest of the movie, we only hear him through the door of the bathroom.
Did somebody call the house?
No, because we don't have a landline, Stu.
Because he gets to Tokyo and then I guess had more bad food and is still shitting. Actually, that might be one of the funniest parts of the movie, honestly. The fact that this uncle is just pooping his brains out the entire time. That is pretty funny. And the fact that they got such like a big name to play him, and we're paying you $5 million for this role, and you're gonna be behind a door pooping your brains out, and we're never gonna see you. Is that cool? Also, Mikey Day from SNL is a priest in this movie. If you didn't look very hard, you might not even know there was a priest in this movie, let alone the fact that he was played by someone famous. If this movie was good, it would have been cool to see so many famous actors, but because it was really underwhelming, it was almost disappointing every time a new actor popped up that I recognized. I was like, oh, not you too, man. What's going on? Are you okay? Another weird choice, they threw in this line in the middle of the movie about remakes always being worse than the original.
Ugh, this is garbage. I don't know why they're always trying to remake the classics. Never as good as the originals.
Like, yeah. Fuck you. It was like the studio being like, we know this isn't as good as the first one, but you're still gonna eat this shit up, aren't you, little piggy? Little piggy likes his Home Alone movies, doesn't he? And I did eat this shit up, alright? So I can't talk. I watched it still. I feel like with a kids movie like this, you always have to appeal to the kids, but then also throw in some good stuff for the adults in there too and make it fulfilling for them to watch. That way they'll want to, throw it on with the kids every year, right? And this movie works well enough for kids, I think. I think kids just like to watch Max make the booby traps and think, I could do that if I was like, home alone and there are people trying to rob me. I could defend myself against two adults who are trying to kidnap me. It's fun to imagine yourself as a smart little 6-year-old, even if you are a dumb little 6-year-old. But this movie, while being fun for kids, I would say is deeply saddening for adults. The second half of this movie is just watching a struggling family getting their shit rocked by a rich asshole kid.
Bombs away!
He's just not a cool, fun kid. He's a rich asshole who tries to steal from church at one point.
I'm definitely a child in need. Need of this. Can I help you?
Even if Max was a likable child, we probably wouldn't even know because we spend hardly any time getting to know him. And the time that we do spend getting to know him, he's not very likable. When he first gets left home alone, in the movies, that's like their chance to do everything they've ever wanted to do in the house. But like all Max wanted to do, I guess, was like play video games and Hot Wheels and then like watch porn.
Well played, Mom and Dad.
Was he trying to look at porn? We will never know. But I have to assume that that's what they wanted us to think, right? Actually, after watching this movie, I wouldn't be surprised to find out it was something like super violent. Working Family Gets a Beating compilation. No one can stop my violent urges now. Damn it. Also, during the big heist when the Mackenzies come to rob Max, he doesn't act like a kid who thinks he's going to be kidnapped should act. He acts creepy. What a kid should do, even if he set up booby traps, he should set all those up and then find a place to hide, right? Like get in a box under a box in the basement and just hide there. But not Max, dude. He is sick. Every time the mom gets like thrown across the room or a few teeth knocked out, he's always like right around the corner giggling. He's been waiting for an excuse to do this, for sure. He has been planning this for longer than it seems, I think. Speaking of which, let's talk about the traps. I think the traps in this movie might be pretty on par with the other Home Alone movies, with the exception of a few particularly grotesque ones.
One,
And also the, I think the makeup artist for this movie thought they were doing makeup for a horror movie. At one point, Jeff gets shot in the head with a pool ball, because Max has sort of like a gun that shoots out pool balls, which I do think would kill someone. But Jeff is just kind of walking around the rest of the scene with like a giant ass bump on his head. It is horrific.
Why is he doing this to us, Pam?
At one point, Pam, sweet Pam, is lit on fire.
Okay.
This poor mother is set ablaze. She runs to the hose to try to put out the fire and it sprays her. And then for the rest of the movie, she looks insane, dude. At one point, it shows her feet as she's stepping on Legos, her bare feet. And her feet are burnt to a crisp. And the whole time I'm trying to think, what were the writers thinking during this part? You know what, man? This is gonna be even funnier because they probably don't have health insurance. So this is probably gonna be even worse for them financially than it is physically. This couple have had the worst week of their life, man. And then they just get beaten up. There's a point where after the mom gets lit on fire, she just lays down in the snow and cries. Am I supposed to be laughing right now? This is so sad. The worst booby trap of the whole movie, and probably any Home Alone movie, I feel like has gotta be this one. It is so grotesque. It is honestly scary. This is some horror movie shit right here, okay? Pam thinks that Max has just run up into the attic, so she goes to pull down, like, the ladder that leads to the attic, and instead she's greeted with a Nerf gun that shoots out Nerf darts with push pins sticking out the front. And for the rest of the entire booby trap montage, she just has these pushpin Nerf darts sticking out of her face and hands and everywhere. It is so scary. It is nasty. This movie is foul. And I gotta be honest, the whole time, I was not rooting for the kid at all. I was rooting for the couple. I'm not sure if that's how it was supposed to be, but it was not very satisfying, I will say, if it was. Maybe this was the Home Alone movie where they tried to flip it all on their head and be like, let's root for the robbers this time. But we still watched them get their asses handed to them, so I would say that it was not very fun. I especially wasn't rooting for Max the first time I watched this because we're all led to believe that he did steal their doll, their $200,000 doll. It turns out at the end of the movie that he actually didn't steal their doll, and it was all a big misunderstanding. I guess the whole thing could have been avoided if they just had kind of talked it out. But Jeff's nephew had stolen it, I guess. Kind of a weird thing to reveal at the end because it really makes you hate Max, because you're like, this kid stole from church. He also stole this extremely valuable doll from this struggling family. What the hell? I hate this kid. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of the movie. They get the doll back and they sell it, and then they can live in their house happily ever after. And yeah, that's the end of the movie. Now it's time to talk about our sponsor, ExpressVPN. This video has been sponsored by ExpressVPN. Guys, if you're using the internet without ExpressVPN on your computer or your phone, you're missing out. You're not getting the full experience, because ExpressVPN unlocks so many possibilities while keeping you safe. Because while ExpressVPN sends all of your data through a secure encrypted tunnel, keeping your data safe from like hackers and your ISP and advertisers, it can also help you unlock a bunch of content that you didn't even know was there. For example, did you know that some Netflix libraries in other countries have nearly twice as many Oscar award-winning titles than in the US? So just saying, if you download ExpressVPN and change your server location to a different country, your Netflix is gonna be crazy. I have ExpressVPN on pretty much every device I own that can have ExpressVPN. I've got it on my laptop, I've got it on my phone, and I've used it to watch many a Netflix title that are not available in the US. Harry Potter, for example. You bet your boys watched it on Netflix. I'd like to see you try to do that. No, really, I would like to see you try to do. I would like to see you go to expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez and try to do that right now. Go ahead. Like I said, ExpressVPN also protects you from your internet service provider snooping on you and basically getting to log all your data. But when you encrypt your data and reroute it through ExpressVPN servers, that makes it so they can't do that. Think about it like this. Would you rather trust ExpressVPN, a company who is explicitly trying to protect you, or would you rather just send it through the pipes? Send it through the pipes of the internet service provider that you had no choice but to sign up with because they were the only one in your neighborhood and so you just had to sign up with them? Who knows what they could be doing? You don't. They're legally allowed to sell your data to other people, so they could be doing anything with that stuff. So if you want to check out ExpressVPN and support my channel, then head on over to expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez to find out how you can get 3 months for free. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. The link will be in the description. Go ahead and click that to find out how you can get 3 months for free. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. Sorry if it was a little short. I am ill, and I had to take breaks periodically throughout this video to have a coughing fit. So, but I'll be back. Probably won't post another video until the new year, but I'll see you guys in 2022. Thank you guys for another year of your support. I greatly appreciate it, and I want to kiss you, and bye-bye. When I first saw you, you caught my eye by the way you dabbed. To be honest, you really slayed and you really snapped. Not trying to be extra, but girl, I'm so obsessed with the way you look, and I think you're special. Yeah, you got me dead and you got me shook. I wrote this song so you would know that I stand. Trying to turn you from my beta, my fam. Never really had a thing for locals, but low-key I think that we're high-key goals. Low-key, I really ship this. Yes, this is really it, sis. Ask the chief. You snatched my wig, sis. Bye. My squad is fam and my bae is queen. My wig's been shipped, sis. Whoa. It's on its way to the Philippines. Come here now, sip this. This is really lit, sis. That's the tea. I really ship this. Yes. This is really it, sis. Ask the chief. You snatched my wig, sis. Bye. My squad is fam and my bae is queen. My wig's been shipped, sis. It's on its way to the Philippines. Come here now, sip this. This is really lit, sis. That's the tea. This is really lit, sis. That's the tea. That's the tea. Oh.
He is a social media megastar. His name is Jake Paul.
Team 10 is without a doubt the biggest sensation sweeping the net right now. With their outrageous stunts and larger-than-life personalities, they are taking the web by storm, quickly becoming household names. This video was originally going to be about our attempt to join Team 10 in an effort to stay relevant and earn lots of money. But through our journey, we realized something was terribly wrong with Team 10. and the topic of this video took a sinister turn. This is the Crompton Project. What's up, man?
Yo.
So you said you wanted to talk about something?
Yeah, this is actually it. You've heard about this, right?
Is that Jake Paul?
Yeah, Jake Paul's right there.
Yeah, he used to be a Viner or whatever.
Yeah, handsome guy. So they got this like Team 10 thing. Look how much money Jake Paul is making off of it. Like his estimated monthly earnings are like 1.9 mil.
Holy
like,
shit.
Even if at the low end, that's $100,000 a month.
Wait, so this Team 10 thing, it's like a group or what?
I guess it's like a team, like a squad, like a YouTube squad.
Okay, why did you call me over here?
I want to join it. I want to be making that much money.
What do you mean join it? You can't just join, can you?
Yeah.
Wait, you could just apply for Team 10 on their website?
Yeah, join Team 10.
Well, they must get like hundreds of applications a second, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, it's worth a shot, I mean. So we decided to apply for Team 10 using the application conveniently posted on their website. But we quickly learned it wasn't going to be that easy. Waiting for a response became too much to handle. No response?
Nothing yet.
How long has it been?
It's been like 20 minutes.
Okay.
I'm sure they're like getting an influx.
Yeah, probably. That
Did I
makes
ever
sense.
show you that my grandpa's in this book? Nothing?
Nothing yet.
You getting kind of worried, or?
They must be taking a day off or something, because like...
It's a weekend.
I mean, we're definitely a shoo-in, right? I wish there was something else we could do besides just applying online.
Yeah. I mean, you said online, what if we tweeted at them, or like DM them?
There's no way they'll respond to that, dude. They probably get like millions of tweets a day.
Do you think they have like a fax number? We could like fax them something, or?
Oh man, it's not like we can just like go to their house or something. They all live, because they all live in that house. But it's not like we can just Google where they live.
Right. I just Googled it and I found their address.
What?
Yeah. No, I just Googled Team 10 house and it took me right to the house. It's in West Hollywood. It's super close.
Wait, they just put their address online?
Yeah.
That's right. Despite multiple members of Team 10 expressing that they don't want people coming to their house, they have their house listed on Google as the Team 10 house. Yeah, that's totally it from the videos.
That's the one.
Wait, so we can just go there? Dude, we can just go right up and just ask to be in Team 10.
Do you really want to do that?
There's no way that they can deny us if we're already
No,
there.
if we're there, like, and we're like professional about it, and we just like let us in, like we want this, they're gonna let us in.
We could probably just pack now and bring our stuff so we can move into the house right away.
That's smart, because then we'll be like...
And that'll show initiative, it'll show that we're like professional.
Absolutely, let's do it.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
It was the perfect opportunity. If we showed up with resumes in our hands and all our belongings on our back, ready to move in, there was no way they could turn us away. So we got in the car and booked it to the Team 10 house. Alright, so we're parked a little bit down the street from where the Team 10 house is.
Our new house.
Our new house, that's right. So I'm kind of freaking out right now. It's like we're going to be in Team 10 in just probably a few minutes, which is crazy.
Blowing my freaking mind.
So basically we just drove by to park, and it seemed like there were just a ton of kids outside, so they probably also want to be in Team 10, but I feel like I was scoping it out a little bit, if I'm being honest, and it seemed like we definitely meet the criteria.
Absolutely.
More than anybody else out there.
I mean, we're both wearing like cool shoes and like you brought your sunglasses, right?
Yeah, I do have my sunglasses. You want to go do this?
Of course I want to freaking do this, dude. Who the hell are flipping you?
All right,
Let's
man.
do it.
Let's do it. Let me turn off my Prius. Dude, are all these people in line?
Yeah, I think they're all applying, dude.
To
It's
join?
our competition. Yeah.
Well, it looks like nobody else has resumes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I left ours in the car. I'm probably just gonna pick up my room. I'll just call that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see help written on the window there?
Yeah, what the hell?
That says help, right?
Yeah.
That's weird. Hey, are you guys applying to be in Team 10 too?
Yeah, I am. I have my resume in the car and everything.
Shoot, dude, they have resumes. You guys can leave. We're probably gonna get in.
Yeah. Do you think it helps that I'm like a little bit taller?
Are you?
On my tippy toes? Maybe.
Okay, I'm definitely taller than
maybe
them.
I'll wear heels.
They're looking for younger kids, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, for kids like me.
Like how young?
Like 14, you know?
That makes sense though, because if they're younger, they have them for longer. Yeah, I don't like this,
You guys need
dude.
to be more prepared.
Yeah,
You guys just didn't come prepared.
resumes.
We took like 20 minutes to think about this.
Dude, I prepared. You guys didn't. You guys just gotta be ready.
We were starting to feel a little unprepared, to say the least. These kids seemed to have it all figured out, and we realized that we hadn't done any research aside from Googling how much money Jake Paul makes. But just then, Nick Crompton, one of Team 10's most iconic figures, graced us with his presence.
Oh, it's Nick Crompton!
At first, Brendan and I were sure that he was coming out because he saw us and immediately wanted to induct us into his squad. but it turned out he was just going for a Saturday stroll through Hollywood. It was 95 degrees that day, and he was wearing black pants and a denim jacket.
So how long have you guys been here?
We've been here for quite a few hours now.
And has anyone come outside?
Only Nick Crompton, dude. He's the only one.
Yeah, it's the only one that ever
No
comes
one
out.
else.
Really?
It's really, yeah.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, like is England really his city? I mean, like.
I don't know. See, I was doing some research on that, and England is actually a city in Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he might. Yeah.
So he might be from Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that the accent might be fake. Yeah, look, the door up there's like all tied shut, and the windows are all blacked out. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that must be like their room where they keep all of them. That must be the banging we heard earlier this morning.
This is not good, dude.
You heard banging on the door this morning?
Been here 8 hours. Yeah, we were banging on the window. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been here for a while.
8 hours.
And then you heard people like banging on the door.
Yeah.
Were they screaming?
Yeah.
I don't think that went very well, do you?
No, it didn't go very well.
We sort of asked around and eventually realized we're really unprepared for this.
Like, stupid unprepared.
I don't know. I feel like at this point we should just go back and reevaluate, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think like we just need to do more research or something because we obviously we're not prepared. We have no clue what we're getting into.
All right, well, let's go.
Who the hell are flipping we?
So we went our separate ways to reflect on the day and do some more research on Jake Paul's dream team. But the more I dug, the more worried I became that something very wrong was going on. So I went back to Brendan's to show him what I found. We need to sit down and watch some of Jake Paul's vlogs. Because I've, something really weird is going on.
What do you mean?
Just, pull up his most recent vlog.
I already set it to my favorites, so just go to my favorites right here.
You set his most recent vlog to your favorites?
Yeah. Okay, so this one here?
Yeah. Okay, so go, like, right there and pause. Can you zoom in at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Dude.
Wait.
Nick is in the background.
Why?
Remember Nick Crompton?
Yeah, the English City guy.
Yeah.
What is he doing just like lurking like that?
I don't know, dude, but he's like that in like 20 other vlogs. Like every single vlog, in almost every shot, like Nick Crompton is there.
Holy shit, he's in this one too.
And he's always like hiding. It seemed like Nick Crompton was always around, watching every shot of every vlog, as if he was in charge and not Jake, as they would have you believe. He's like lurking over them, making sure that they're doing everything. I watched the video that Alyssa Violet made, you know, the girl that used to date Jake Paul.
Yeah, I love her.
And she was saying how like strict the rules in the house were. Like they have to be up at a certain time every day. He's like always there watching them.
I always have gotten that vibe just watching him. Like, so you're saying that like maybe this guy's like forcing them to stay there and he's just making like Jake look bad?
I feel like he's holding them captive to make money off them. It made complete sense. Help written on the window, banging on the doors and screams coming from inside, and Nick being the only one to ever leave the house. He was holding Team 10 captive and forcing them to make content that would make him look cool and make him a millionaire.
This is freaking me out. It's like, we were just there. Like that could be us stuck in that house.
Okay, so all that is weird, right? Now, I want you to watch some of the footage that we shot earlier.
Okay? You're freaking me out.
So, go to that shot right there. Let's skip to like halfway through it.
Alright, well, let's go.
Who the hell is
Who are
What the fuck? Look, dude. It's like he knew we were coming. He's looking straight into the fucking lens. He's like always there. I don't know what we can do because now I feel like he's holding these kids captive. I mean, we gotta help or something.
Just call the police, or I guess we don't really have enough evidence. I don't know how to handle something like this.
Dude, honestly, I'm just like, at this point, I'm glad that we didn't get accepted.
Honestly, I'm glad we're not in that house.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're not in that house.
The evidence was sparse, but something was definitely wrong. What else could explain this group of hot young 20-year-olds hanging out with this random guy from Britain? That is, if he even is from the real England. And why would Nick want to hold these kids captive? Is he just in it for the money? Or could he be a pawn in some government experiment, testing chemicals on them to reduce brain power?
I wouldn't crawl up there. Why?
Cloning kids to maximize content production, or conducting an experiment to see how unlikable someone can be while still making millions of dollars. We may never know, but we can't let this happen anymore. We have to take a stand and continue investigating, because all of the—
we just got accepted.
Wait, what?
We made it.
We're gonna be rich.
We're Team 10.
It's every day, bro, with the Disney Channel flow. 5 mil on YouTube in 6 months, never done before.
something strange happened to me the other day that really made me think. I was tucking my little nutcracker guy into bed like I do every night, and he said something unexpected. This came as a big surprise to me because one, I didn't know that he could make those sounds, and two, it made me realize I actually don't know the story of the Nutcracker. Despite it being a Christmas classic and Christmas being one of my favorite holidays, definitely in my top 15, and having a little Nutcracker guy in the background of almost all of my videos, I realized I've never been to see the ballet of the Nutcracker. I've never seen any of the countless movie adaptations. The only information I have to go off of is a foggy memory of an elementary school production of the Nutcracker that I was in the 3rd grade. I have vague memories of my costume being a trench coat and a top hat, me gifting a nutcracker to a little girl, and a rat king. And that's it. In my head, that is the entire plot of the Nutcracker. So that night, I decided just for him, I would learn the story of the Nutcracker, and that is how I found this movie, The Nutcracker, which has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. With reviews like one of the most misguided children's movies ever made by Liam Lacey, or do not see this movie, do not take your children to see this movie by Brian Johnson. Wait, Brian Johnson? The consensus amongst these reviews is that this movie basically desecrates the original story of the Nutcracker. It's way too dark for children and also features an absolutely hideous Nutcracker. I absolutely could not wait to watch this movie, but before I did, I figured I should probably have an idea of what the actual Nutcracker is about. So I actually decided to sit down first and watch this taping of the Nutcracker Ballet featuring a young Macaulay Culkin. Okay, I'm very excited to be watching the Nutcracker for the first time. I've never seen this play before. Is it a play? Musical? Now, like I said, I was actually in a performance of the Nutcracker when I was in the 3rd grade. I don't remember it at all. But I do know that it was a musical adaptation of the Nutcracker. There were speaking parts, the songs actually had words to them, so in my head, I sort of forgot that the actual Nutcracker is a ballet, and I spent the first like 10 to 20 minutes of this thing expecting them to start singing. This is one heck of a opening number. And they're not even singing or anything, it's just music. I bet they're gonna start singing right now. The story opens with an 1800s family Christmas party just beginning. Boys, girls, and adults alike are anxiously awaiting their time to open presents.
But first, it was time for the games to begin. And the Christmas dancing.
All right, guys, before you open your presents, it's time for the Christmas dancing. If you can't break it down for a real one, then you don't get your presents this year. Sorry. Those kids are marching their hearts out for their presents. They know if they're one step out of line, those presents are going straight in the fire. Just as you think this party can't get any better, a mysterious one-eyed man shows up with some pretty exciting presents. I think that's me. I think that's who I played in the 3rd grade.
With 3 huge boxes and a boy.
There he is. It's Macaulay. Was he invited to the party? I'm confused. What is this guy doing here?
It was her godfather, Drosselmeyer.
The mysterious Drosselmeyer is a huge hit at the party. He does some magic and unveils some spectacular machines of his own creation. Okay, so he pulled 2 adult dolls out of the box and he wound them up and now they're dancing around the room. Oh wow, he's got another one. This one's a soldier. He's like, I'm trying to sell this one to the army right now. This guy might look like he's all fun and games, but he'll kill a man. No questions asked. He just pulls out a gun and starts opening fire on them. Oh shit, he did. Oh my god. At the peak of the excitement, he unveils a 4th and, in my opinion, least interesting machine, a little wooden nutcracker.
He's a nutcracker.
Wow, just what every little girl wants. Boys love horses, girls love cracking nuts.
Who shall have him?
Sorry, he just showed you guys like precisely mechanical dancing dolls that like wouldn't be invented in real life for like 100 years. And you guys are more interested in the doll that cracks nuts in its mouth. And I'm using the term doll pretty loosely here. This guy is scary and made of wood. He gifts the nutcracker to the protagonist, Mary, but then this little freak comes out of nowhere and destroys it. No, poor handsome nutcracker man. Let's comb back his handsome hair. Can't help but notice that nutcracker bears a striking resemblance to the man who made him. I don't like that old man just has a little boy. There's an unexplained little boy. Feels like that needs some explaining. Come with me, little boy.
She dreamed of Godfather Drosselmeyer and his very special nephew.
Feels like the dream's taking a weird turn now. He's like, I kind of wanted to dream about the special nephew. Thank you for the doll. Where did the boy go? The boy my age? What the hell? Dude, get out of here. What are you doing up there, man?
An army of rats descends upon Mary. She's scared. Drosselmeyer is doing absolutely nothing to help.
Dude, are you gonna help at all? Are you in charge of the mice? Whoa, okay. Is that Macaulay Culkin? Nutcracker, we need you. You have to help fight these mice. It's like, I only crack nuts. Oh, there's something so unsettling about a young Macaulay Culkin with old man's hair and an old man's long goatee. I'll say it, he looks more creepy than the seven-headed Rat King. They should have all been fighting him.
With Mary's help, he defeats the Rat King once and for all, and to celebrate, he takes Mary to the woods.
All right. We did it. We killed. Whoa! Holy shit. Oh my god. That was crazy. How did they do that? All right, milady. Now that we've killed the Rat King, we can spend forever in this abandoned forest.
In the snowy forest, the snowflakes danced.
He's like, I've taken you to a forest where the snowflakes dance. And she's like, I miss my family. I miss civilization. Is there any shelter here?
News of the Prince and Marie was brought to the land of the Sugar Plum Fairy by the Christmas Tree Angels.
Okay. Some new lore. Hi.
One by one, the Sugar Plum Fairy brought in all the delights of her land. Hot chocolate from Spain.
Because of what they did, which is kill the Rat King, the Sugar Plum Fairy is going to award them with all the delectable sweets from all across the land. Why does the Sugar Plum Fairy, queen of like Sugarland, have such a vested interest in the rat problem at that girl's house?
And it's at this point in the story where the writer sort of decided, that's probably enough story. We've been going pretty hot and heavy with the story so far. So I think we're gonna need another solid hour of just dancing to balance it out. So I just watched, and I watched, and I sipped my air up, and I watched. And that's when I began to have a daydream of my own about today's sponsor, Air Up, and the amazing holiday sale they have going on right now. Air Up is a great gift to give any family or friends this holiday season, especially family and friends that care about their hydration, like me. With the scent pod deactivated like this, it acts as just a normal water bottle. But as I slide this peach scent pod up to activate it, suddenly air is able to pass through the scent pod and into my mouth, creating a unique tasting experience. In my last video, I gifted an Air Up to my videographer, Jake, and now he sends me pictures of him and his Air Up every single day. Unlike the Nutcracker, though, it has not yet turned into a real child. Right now, for a limited time, you can save 30% off with Air Up's holiday bundles. So get your holiday shopping done early and click the link in the description to gift your loved ones the world's first scent-based hydration system. Thanks to Air Up for sponsoring this video. At the end of it all, the Nutcracker and Mary fly away. And that is the story of the Nutcracker. Okay, so the dancing was very cool, the sets were very cool, costumes cool, that one costume change, sick. In terms of story though, there's really not much there. Most of it is dancing. So I am curious as to how they're gonna fill a 2-hour movie that, to my understanding, has no dancing with this story. Well, see, that's where I was wrong, because this movie actually does have dancing. And to answer the rest of that question, they just sort of disregard the original plot. They did not care at all. After some more research, it actually turns out this movie has a few different titles. Some sites call it The Nutcracker, others The Nutcracker in 3D. My DVD calls it The Nutcracker, The Untold Story. You know a movie's gonna be good when they have to change the title a bunch of times, like an airline changing their name after a big crash that ruins their public perception. Dude, no one wants to watch The Nutcracker. That movie sucks. Oh, no, this isn't The Nutcracker. This is The Nutcracker, the story, the one that you've never seen. The Untold Story is kind of a funny title because in a way it's admitting that it actually has nothing to do with the story of the Nutcracker. It'd be kind of like if they released a biopic about Albert Einstein called Albert Einstein, the beautiful mind of the world's smartest polar bear. Speaking of Albert Einstein, Drosselmeyer in this movie
is Albert Einstein.
What's the matter, sweetheart?
No. He doesn't look like Albert Einstein. He is Albert Einstein.
But what about Uncle Albert?
They were for sure following him. Albert Einstein did lead the Rat King directly to this little girl. Like the insinuation that Albert Einstein has nothing else going on in this movie. We'll have to leave our kids at home while we're at the party, but who can watch them? Well, we're clearly rich. Maybe we could hire a babysitter. No, how about legendary physicist Albert Einstein? What?
Merry Christmas!
Mary's pretty down that she won't get to spend Christmas Eve with her parents, but maybe Uncle Albert's presence will make her feel a little better.
That's a great load off my mind. And don't talk to the children.
Why isn't he allowed to talk to the children? Is that guy dangerous for children? Who is that guy? And he's gone. Okay, well, I'm stoked to see what Uncle Albert brought. I mean, Drosselmeyer had some pretty insane inventions. Imagine what Albert Einstein could come up with.
Voila.
It's beautiful.
Oh, cool. A dollhouse. No, thanks. That's awesome. I thought he was gonna bring a black hole.
That dear fellow is named Gilgood.
Cool. I don't know why they felt the need to try to give him like a cool nickname in this movie. I guess it's their way of trying to like make the Nutcracker cool for today's kids. And kids these days hate full names. And they didn't just stop there to revitalize old NC, no. Just like the original, NC is a hideous creation of wood and some sort of dark magic. But unlike the original, NC is not a nutcracker. You know how every nutcracker ever looks? You stick a nut in their little mouth opening and there's a little lever and you crank it. Not NC. His entire jaw unhinges like a snake. He's also got this kind of, I really hope they haven't found the victims look in his eyes that is very unique.
All right, children, supper time!
Uncle Albert rushes the children off to dinner, but Max immediately stops to tie his shoes. Then he decides, man, all that tying my shoes really wore me out, but dinner's all the way in the other room. If only I had, I don't know, like 3 walnuts. Perfect! Songs in this movie are songs from the Nutcracker with words added to them. This one is about how everything is relative. Max might think the Nutcracker's just a creepy little toy, but to Mary, he's a creepy little friend. Everything is relative. This movie might have a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, but surely there are movies with lower scores, right?
Right.
This song is full of a bunch of really awesome lyrics.
This is that, these are those.
And beautiful dancing.
What to scream, what's ideal, what to feel, no one really knows.
I like these kids, dude. They were like, oh, you didn't come up with any choreography? You didn't want to put in the work? No, that's all right. We know what to do.
What's ideal?
Why don't you come live with us? Tuck me in every night.
I'm always with you, dear.
Can you tell us the Nutcracker story?
Damn, what happened to I'm always with you? Guess that was sort of relative too. Mary gets up in the middle of the night to cuddle her new toy.
You're really special.
Sorry, what did she do exactly? She didn't believe. She picked you up and you started yapping and barking orders at her.
Careful, put me up somewhere high in the room. Mary!
Reminds me of that one time. You believed in me! Oh! At this point, I was actually kind of glad that the original ballet didn't have any words, because it turns out I don't like the way the Nutcracker sounds.
You could imagine that I'm really alive.
And not just that, he's also super mean in this movie. The second he comes to life, he starts sprinting around the room and ranting about how he needs to take military action and come up with a plan.
I have to act. And now I need a plan.
Mary tries to help him and he's like, ugh!
What's the plan? Oh, it needn't concern you. Girls are no good at military strategy.
He starts arguing with her like they're an old married couple.
Where are you going? I just told you. To the doll's house. How ungrateful men can be.
I thought the rats might be kind of quirky. The first 2 we saw were kind of goofy.
He's alive.
Everything else in this movie has been a little bit silly, but no, these are full-on Nazi soldiers. They don't have like special rat weapons. They just have guns. And they do perhaps the least quirky thing possible, and they enslave the town. And just when you think these rats are all serious, no quirkiness, no silliness, we cut to the present day where the Rat King is ruling over the city. Just when you think the rats are silly,
They introduce you to the concentration camp they created for the humans.
Take them to the smoke factory! Welcome to paradise.
Sorry, Snow Fairy, how exactly is this little girl gonna help defeat the Rat Kingdom? Seem pretty far gone at this point. I don't think you were just missing one 6-year-old girl. And furthermore, what is all of this Nazi and Holocaust imagery doing in a Nutcracker adaptation for children? This is a movie that's supposed to be set in the 1800s, about a little doll that comes to life. But no, please, throw Rat Hitler, a real Jewish man, and terrorism into the mix.
We caught them trying to blow up the palace.
Also, is this movie set in Germany? It's got Albert Einstein in it, but he's the only person with a German accent.
You appear to be slipping, old gal.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't just kill him. It's kind of a vague gesture to just turn him into a nutcracker that can turn back into a real boy if a little girl so much as holds him.
You did it.
The Rat Queen recurses NC and then sends an army to knock over the Christmas tree, which immediately wakes Mary up. You know what's weird? Why does NC even have a different voice when he's the Nutcracker? He's just like a drastically different being altogether. He's rude. Why couldn't he have just been voiced by the kid the whole time and like nice the whole time? Now, it might seem like the whole thing was just a dream, but everything that happened in the dream has actually happened in real life. The Christmas tree did fall over. NC is laying on the ground. So there is some sort of crossover between the dream realm and reality.
We even have a special rat bike for you to ride.
A rat bike?
Oh, also the Rat King does this.
Wow!
Max loves the Rat King. He's like, this dude is awesome. Who is this guy based off of again?
This used to be a beautiful town.
The sun is blocked out by smoke from burning toys.
Oh yeah, so the reason there's a dark cloud over the whole city is apparently because rats hate the sun. So they set up these camps where they burn children's toys to keep the sky dark. They bring this up over and over again like it's the scariest thing ever.
You do know the rats burn toys.
Like it's the scariest thing the rats do. It is not. It's not even close. I feel like the creators of the film have no idea what is scary to kids. That's where the Rat King lives. You know he doesn't like teddy bears, don't you? Yeah, he's Rat Hitler. He's hideous. He has a hideous heart that hates little toys. He kills people. Mary just saved NC from getting burned in the incinerator, but he won't wake up.
I can't wake him. Please help me.
Don't get me wrong, I am so happy for them, but could one of them explain it to me? And so the day was saved, and Uncle Albert actually went on to win a Nobel Prize in physics. Okay. Oh, okay, well, you're welcome. Oh no. Finally!